up guys, I'm Blake. I wanted to do a quick video for you on proper posture. So maintaining proper posture is very important nowadays, more so than ever. Way back when people walked everywhere, they had to hunt for food, they didn't get to sit down in comfy couches all day and just lounge around, so maintaining proper posture wasn't something they had to think about. You just kind of had good posture because you were standing a lot, you were moving a lot. Nowadays we are a lot more sedentary. We don't move nearly as much as we used to back in the evolutionary times. So it's all the more important that we are aware of our posture. So this is going to allow us to, move better and feel better. A lot of injuries are due to just poor walking mechanics or poor posture. Low back injuries are huge among people, shoulder injuries, and a lot of this just comes from, tweaking something when you move as a result of poor body mechanics, which ultimately stems from poor posture. So I'm going to just show you a quick little way you can check your posture when you're standing. A lot of this can apply to sitting as well, but it is harder to maintain good posture when you're sitting. So if you do work at a desk all day, I would set a reminder to stand up every 30 minutes or so and just get yourself in a good standing posture, or go walk around or something just to get your body in good alignment. So anyways, we're going to start by getting our feet square and our toes pointed forward. So it's important that you keep your toes forward. A lot of people walk with their feet pointed outwards, or when they're standing still, they're slouching to one side or the other. We want to maintain a square base with our feet pointed straight forward. Okay? So get your feet set, and then next we're going to look at our hips. So with our hips, we want to essentially squeeze our butt. And what that does is that gets your pelvis in a good optimal position. So if you think of your pelvis as a bucket full of water, we want to prevent the water from spilling outwards. So a lot of people, when they sit down hunched over at a computer desk, you kind of slouch, and that causes your pelvis to tilt backwards, so the bucket is spilling out water from the back. Or some people lean forward as they type, and then the pelvis is tilted forward, and that's causing the water to spill from the front. So this causes, tight hip flexors, weak hamstrings, a whole bunch of stuff down here that we don't really want going on. So we want to think about getting that bucket level and square. And that will allow all the surrounding musculature to maintain its optimal function. So just squeeze your glutes together, and that'll get your pelvis square. And then think about rotating your feet outwards. So again, you're not really going to actually rotate your feet. You want your toes to stay pointed forward, but by thinking about twisting them outwards, you can further squeeze your butt and externally rotate the hips. That's just going to further enforce that level pelvis. Okay, so next we want to look at our trunk area. So proper trunk mechanics just boils down to good breathing and keeping the core tight. So you want to think about breathing through your diaphragm into your belly. So your diaphragm is the big muscle on the front side of your body. This is where you want to take in most of your air. So a lot of people breathe just up through the chest. We want to get a deep breath into our belly. So to start, just take a deep breath in and try to fill your belly with air. And then as you exhale, breathe out to the nose and think about shrink wrapping your trunk into your spine, okay? You're not sucking in your stomach, you're just kind of squeezing the whole core, okay? And this is just gonna support your spine in a straight, neutral position, okay? So now we've got our trunk engaged. Now we wanna think about our shoulders. So again, thinking about how a lot of us sit down throughout the day, be it just laying comfy in a couch, or typing at a computer desk, or texting on our phones, we find that our shoulders become internally rotated, and this causes our chest muscles to get tight and our back to become weak. The muscles back here get kind of weak because they're lengthened. So what we want to do is we want to externally rotate the shoulders to bring the shoulders back, get the chest open, and get the back tight. So this is going to give you that upright, confident look, and it's going to get your shoulders in an optimal position to function properly. So all you need to do is think about rotating your shoulders backwards, kind of just screwing them outwards like we did with our toes, and opening your palms up forward. and that kind of gets you into this anatomical position. And there's kind of your good postural look. Last thing, you want to think about your neck. So again, a lot of people have kind of a forward head position, so you want to think about bringing that head back, getting your ears in line with your shoulders. I can't really show that with this camera angle, but just think about pulling that head back, getting the ears in line with the shoulders, and then the shoulders in line with the hips. Everything should kind of be in a straight line. Okay? So that's a simple thing you can do to just check your posture when you're standing. Again, you can kind of do some of these things when you're seated. Just think about engaging your glutes, keeping the shoulders back, shoulders externally rotated. But it's a lot harder to maintain good posture when you're seated. So, do just set a reminder to stand up every now and then, get yourself in good posture. So with that, I do want to note that it might be kind of uncomfortable to do these things at first, keeping your core tight and thinking about keeping your butt tight all the time. But it's just because your body's not used to that. So, it's just like building any other habit. So just do this for a while, and hopefully you can get your body on autopilot eventually, and you'll just, from here on out, move with good body mechanics and good posture. And I promise you that'll make everything feel better. You're gonna start to look better and feel better and move better, and that'll make a world of a difference in your life. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think.